Stop yelling.
So listen, what's your name?
I'm not giving that to you.
Okay. Well, I'm Deputy Him with the Saratoga County Sheriff's Office. All right. So sometimes when we're pulling over and we're watching for vehicles and stuff like that, obviously if our lights are on and we don't want them to see us.
Okay, that's a danger. Doesn't matter. That is the stupidest point I've ever heard in my entire life.
He pulled out on the road and he turned his lights on.
No, his lights were off. His lights were off. Your lights were off.
Yep. So what we were doing is we had
It doesn't matter. You're causing a danger.
Yep.
Is that worth the public safety to you, sir?
That's the $1 million question right there. And we all already know the answer here. They've answered it for us in the first 30 seconds of this clip. I'm Trailhead Bill reporting live from South Florida, guys. My neighbors already got Christmas lights up. I'm going to get in the holiday spirit this year, Lord willing, but we'll talk about that on the back end. If you're new here, I don't know where the hell we're at, but on this channel, we watch the video, and when that's over with, I give my opinion about it until I'm satiated. I think that means satisfied. The rest of y'all know what's going on, man. We'll talk about all that in a minute, too, man. Let's see what's going on, and I forgot to see where we at.
This officer was just driving down the road without his headlights on. He was driving around in pitch black dark. It is dark outside, and he's driving around without his headlights on. Hey, sir, is there a reason why you're driving around without your headlights on?
I'm conducting a traffic stop here.
Is that why you're driving around dangerously without your headlights on? Is that why you're driving without your headlights on, sir? That's illegal? Sir, is there a reason why this officer is driving around without his headlights on?
I don't know.
That's a danger. Do you care?
I just showed up on scene here.
So you didn't just see your officer right there at that gas station while you're right there without his headlights on. You didn't see that.
No, I wasn't.
Are you blind?
No, I'm not blind.
So you didn't see this officer right here drive right past you without his headlights on.
I was sitting in the bank doing paperwork.
You were sitting right there, sir.
It's not me. Was it the other
All right,
guy?
it must have been that guy right there. So maybe he'll be able to tell me that his police officer is sitting here without his headlights on, driving around without his headlights on like a danger.
Okay. Are they on now?
Yeah, they're on now. They weren't on earlier.
Where was he driving?
Right there.
Why are you yelling?
Why not? I'm angry.
Why?
This man is a police officer supposed to be enforcing law, and he's breaking the law. He is breaking the law. He drove down the road without his headlights on. That is a danger. That is why I'm angry. That is a police officer right there supposed to be enforcing the law, and he's breaking the law, causing a danger.
Buddy, let's just take it down a notch.
Take it down a notch.
Stop
So
yelling.
I'm sorry.
Stop yelling. Stop yelling.
Stop yelling.
So listen, what's your name?
I'm not giving that to you.
Okay. Well, I'm Deputy Him with the Saratoga County Sheriff's Office. All right. So sometimes when we're pulling over and we're watching for vehicles and stuff like that, obviously if our lights are on and we don't want them to see us.
Okay, that's a danger. Doesn't matter. That is the stupidest point I've ever heard in my entire life.
He pulled out on the road and he turned his lights on. And
No, his lights were off. His lights were off. Your lights were off.
Yep. So what we were doing is we had
It doesn't matter. You're causing a danger.
Yep.
Is that worth the public safety to you, sir? So your lights being off is worth another person running into you, crashing, and causing a danger.
I put on my emergency lights and stopped.
No, you did not have your emergency lights on. You were on the road driving without your lights on, sir.
Yep, pulling out of the other.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter.
we were on another.
It doesn't matter.
Yep, we were trying to locate someone, so my lights were off, sir.
It doesn't matter. No, that's a danger. No, that's a danger.
Okay, sir.
That's against the law.
Okay, sir.
You're breaking the law.
Okay. I'm gonna head out now because I got a call. Okay. All right. You have a good.
All right.
day, sir.
Thank you for breaking the law, law enforcer.
Okay, sir. You have a. Good
Okay,
night.
sir.
Thanks. Sir.
Okay, bye. Enjoying your qualified immunity. We're allowed to break the law. Enjoy breaking the law, law officer. Enjoy your law enforcement job where you're violating people's rights while breaking the law yourself. Hypocrite. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. 7613. Keep your fucking lights on. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, the way he's looking at me. The way he's looking at me. Fuck off. Keep your fucking lights on. Don't violate the fucking law. You hypocrites.
It's Friday night, y'all. I'm an old man at the house. I got a hankering to go somewhere. I think I heard one of them cowboys use that word hankering or some old movie. The video is over if that's all you wanted to see. My sister said, bro, I was hitting you up on Facebook, etc., etc. You're also welcome to stay, obviously, but you can leave. The reason I brought that up, my sister told me is, guys, I don't even be on them other platforms like that, especially checking on notifications, but I don't get every notification. Bree was like, she had asked me a question, and then I didn't never see the question, so she was thinking that. Anyway, guys, if you say something to me in the comments, you see me, man. I'm active. I try to, interact as much as possible. I actually enjoy it, so it's not like something that I'm forced to do or obligated to do or feel obligated to do. I enjoy it. But I don't get every notification. I noticed that. Like, I have the app, and the app will send. That's why I usually check notifications, but sometimes. So there's a studio app and then there's a YouTube app. And sometimes there will be notifications on the YouTube app that I never got on the studio app where I actually check. So I'm just saying all that to say, hey, man, never think I'm ignoring you. I just don't get all the notifications, man. And I got a lot. I'm not like a super, super duper busy person, but hell, I'm living life like everybody else. I had to get that out there. I appreciate you guys, all of the viewers, but especially, man, the people who rock, returning, regular, whatever you want to call yourselves, man. I appreciate you. Let's get to this video, man. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I had wasted my time at first, because this dude just jumped out the window. He screaming at the police, he yelling, he this, he that. And I'm watching, I'm like, man, what the hell? Because, listen, I'm not the cops. I'm not gonna act like everybody who claims affiliation with the things that I affiliate with is actually on the same page as me. Some people out there who are watching police and cop watching, auditing, whatever you want to do it, like, I would never, hopefully, Lord willing, engage in some of the activities that they engage in. Hell, sometimes when I get a little too irate in my audience, I be ashamed of audits, not audience. I be ashamed of my behavior. So I'm just telling you the mindset that I'm looking at this dude in, like probably in the first minute or two. I can't be sure. But then it takes a turn, man. Let me say this too. Especially with him not even being sure what the hell cop that he was talking to when the second cop walked up, right? You on this dude, like I say, you yelling and screaming, you very ferocious. And then you tell us and him, hell, I'm not even, basically is what you said, I'm not even sure it was you, dude. But the problem for me is you weren't talking like you weren't sure it was him. You was absolutely sure it was him, until you realized that it was possibly not. So that's another reason I was just like, damn, fam, you might just be tripping, and this might not be a video that makes it to the channel. But then things got a little, what they got, man. And I'm watching it, and I watched it like 3 times, and then I go back and I'm watching when he first walked up to the dude, and he said, yo, why you riding around with your lights off? The cop just kept going to his car. He said, I'm on a traffic stop. I'm conducting a traffic stop. That man just walked up to your ass very aggressively, and he was demanding an answer. And you just kept walking very coyly to your car, sheepishly, and said, I'm conducting the traffic stop. The only damn time usually when people in authority and power bow down, when their ass is dead wrong, and they know they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. So that's the first thought I'm having, guys. This Negro, excuse me while I grab my Gatorade, and I do mean the cop, realized that his ass was dead ass wrong. So everything you say from this, this point on in the video, sir, for me, you've already exposed your hand. Because listen, I'm going to believe American citizens over y'all every time, but it's not impossible that the citizen is on some bullshit. And the gangbanging ass cop, who is a gangbanging ass cop for all intents and purposes, no matter what, could not be gangbanging or doing any of that in the situation. So, like, it didn't mean the dude was right just because the camera was on and he was making an accusation and the cop was there, right? So, I'm a contextual person. Y'all know I try to be objective. That right there solidified it to me that the cop was wrong and on some bullshit. Because he didn't buck up or nothing. Cops buck up when they dead ass wrong, sir. For you to power down that much I don't believe that you were just that kind of a damn person. And you proved it later. So now let's get back to the other cop, because this is where the confusion comes in for me, guys. Because hell, he had my ass in the beginning. This is the good cop. This is the unicorn good cop that we're always looking for and talking about and affirming and or denying. This is him. And he's a male, but he represents the female version of him as well. They ain't good worth a damn. And that's how they trick us. He was very amicable. I mean, he did damn near everything right, except the career he chose. Now, what I will say in his defense, maybe he just got there. Maybe he's on his way out. Because my stance right now on good cops is they do exist, but they will not be affiliated with any of these terrorist organizations for long, because they will either be ostracized or they will voluntarily leave because they cannot put up soul and spirit with the bullshit that goes on in those enterprises. That's my take on good cops. So maybe he's one of those guys. But other than that, he did everything right. He was amicable. He talked. He was very friendly. He was open to the public. He seemed to want, transparency. He didn't overtly back his partner. He was like, hey, I mean, what was he doing? When was his lights off? Did he turn it back on? Et cetera, et cetera. But then you just eased into the damn cops playing it like all you were doing was being emotionally manipulative and verbally manipulative. At least you thought so. You were trying to calm the man down all the way to the point where you asked him, what is his name? You were like, oh, nah, man, we buddies, right? Hey, pal, what's your name? No, that man answered that question very perfectly, guys. And I guess it's about this point when in my mind I went from, ain't no way in hell I'm wasting my time. This may be damn near one of the best, most perfect artists I have ever seen in my life. Now, let's rewind a little bit. We're at 12 minutes. We got a little bit of time. You are literally driving down the damn street, sir, with your lights off. I really wanted to put Wyatt's picture in here. New Mexico, 14-month-old baby, murdered by a New Mexico deputy, speeding. It's a lot of names I could call. A lot of names I could research and pull up. I damn near wanted to research a lot of things about this case, sir. Like how many officers' deaths and fatality, not fatalities are the same thing. Deaths and injuries are caused by reckless police driving. How many civilians' fatalities and injuries are caused by reckless police driving? Those are the things I wanted to look up. I said, I ain't doing all that damn research for this video. I just want to talk about the things that y'all admitted, because the good cop started explaining. He said, well, when we're conducting investigations and we're trying to catch people doing illegal activity or trick them into doing illegal activity, we will ourselves engage in illegal activity. And not only illegal, very, very dangerous. I shouldn't even say that. Very dangerous illegal activity. And I need you to understand this. And homie, once again, I told y'all, this is where my mind started to shift. He said, man, you on some bullshit. And so the other cop started chime in. Well, sir, I was trying to him. I don't want to hear that. You driving around very dangerously, sir. The cop. Yes. But this is what was going on. Him. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You driving down our streets. Let me articulate here and unpack it a little more. Well, men, women, and children that we love, cherish, and affiliate with on very personal levels, sir, move and have their being on a daily basis. And your ass sneaking around here trying to catch people committing civil violations. And the only penalty there will be, as long as they pay them damn fines that y'all throw at us, it's some money. That is the penalty. Y'all want to rob us of some money? We already paying you. Right now, what you're doing, we're paying for it. And you repay us by stalking our ass covertly with no lights on riding down the streets. And you want to tell the icing on the cake how I know this guy is in line? I've seen this too many times. And the story that I want to share and leave it there, guys, when we were young in our neighborhood, there was a cop. I don't know how he did this to this day. Maybe some of the homies found out. He could turn one of his lights off. He literally could turn one of his front headlights off. I couldn't remember which one it was, but that's what he would do. He would turn one of his front headlights off to make everybody, think it wasn't a police officer. And then when he would see something, he would turn it on and hit his emergency lights or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And that's what these cops were saying. So that's how I know my man was in line. And then on top of that, like I said, they already admitted to it, man. The thing that I want to tie together here is how these very reasonable, and that's why I say they all gangbangers, man. These very reasonable domestic terrorists tried to explain to this man why they were endangering the local residents, man. And this is New York, guys. I had to do some damn near research on this, slowing this video down to see the lettering on the side of those cars. It looked like it said Saratoga County. I looked up Saratoga County. It says it's in New York. If you guys know more and I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. So that in and of itself makes this video less surprising. But man, When I tell you this guy handled it perfectly, from how irate he was, to refusing to give them his name, to getting on their ass. Now, it is your moral code whether you agree with his verbiage or not. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, the amount of anger and frustration that he expressed, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I might turn around and fail your ass, big dog, because it wasn't enough. Now, I'm being a little facetious there, hyperbolic there, but I mean, he was just on point in this shit, because nothing about it seemed like a regular audit, guys. But maybe on some of your own personal time, you yourself want to go and look up some of these innocent Americans, and I'm talking men, women, and very small children that have been murdered by these cowards, man. They speeding to this, they speeding to that, they driving to this, they driving to that. They can't do a damn thing right behind. They damn near more deadly or as deadly with them vehicles as they are any of those military weapons they carry around. Bro, I could do any kind of content to make money, man. And the reason I stop right there, man, because I'm thinking about why I do the type of content I do. There are real dead bodies behind every single video that I do, family. And maybe not directly tied to the incidents in the video, but the incidents and the behavior that the officers are engaging in. I mean, I'm an emo type person, man. It's very heartbreaking to think about. I'm sorry, to consider all of the Americans who've lost their lives, man, to officers behaving like we constantly see them still behaving in these videos. And once again, their response, their repayment to us, their employers, is a cop's explanation about why we should understand them unnecessarily putting our lives in danger to take more money from us than they already do. Shout out to the homie, man. The good cop, man. Don't be fooled by him. The outright gangbanger. Don't be intimidated by him or her. Just know who they are. Know your rights. Teach your children their rights. Don't be afraid to police them. I want to make sure, I thank God I remember that, to give him kudos for that in this video too. Know how to police them. Don't do it putting yourself in any unnecessary danger, but they're on the clock. They're working for you. You are able to observe them and to check their ass when they're out of pocket. Specifically and especially when they putting the lives of Americans in danger unnecessarily. So, Bree, I ain't forgot to answer your question. Anybody who comment, man, I left hanging, man, I promise you I ain't see it. If I see it, I'm gonna respond. I'm Trailhand Bill. It's the weekend, y'all. The weekly rock up coming this week. We missed last weekend. We won't do that again. Y'all enjoy yourselves, and you know what I'm gonna say. Be safe.
So listen, what's your name?
I'm not giving that to you.
Okay, well, I'm Deputy Him with the Saratoga County Sheriff's Office. All right. So sometimes when we're pulling over and we're watching for vehicles and stuff like that, obviously if our lights are on and we don't want them to see us.
Okay, that's right? A danger. Doesn't matter. That is the stupidest point I've ever heard in my entire life.
He pulled out on the road and he turned his lights on. And
no, his lights were off. His lights were off. Your lights were off.
Yep. So what we were doing is we had
It doesn't matter. You're causing a danger.
Yep.
Is that worth the public safety to you, sir? So your lights being off is worth another person running into you, crashing, and causing a danger.
I put on my emergency lights and stuff.
Couldn't get no answer to that question. Not even from the good cop. And we know why. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.